Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to a fantastic Friday, the 8th of May. Hope everybody is good. I didn't have a topic that I was going to talk about today, and I'll come on to my work later, but I had a bit of a waiting time, and I sat and watched the video that James from Freddie Fletcher put out yesterday. I'm sure you guys and girls all watched James. I thought it was a really interesting video to try. For those that don't watch it, please do, but for those that can't watch it or don't watch it, he just made some really good points, some of which, you know, a lot of us have made about the CX. And the key ones for me, James has got in the past, he's had his own customer or customers, and some of that work was taken away from him, which reiterates the point that it's actually easier to get your own customers than sometimes it is to keep them, because everybody in the world probably knows who your customers are, and they're all trying to get that work. And whether it be a case of undercutting or more likely promising a better service than they're currently getting, it's so difficult. And because, you know, you can then finish up reinvesting in newer vehicles to, you know, to cover that contract. Yeah, and you can get yourself in all sorts of problems and find as quick as you won the work that you've lost it. So that was one thing. He was in London and he was trying to get himself back up to the north of England. I've got to be honest, I think, and I don't know James, I've never met him, I've never spoken to him on the phone, but I felt his pain, because it's a pain that I've had when I've been in areas like Birmingham and Hereford and trying to find the load back, and I can't get anything. But I think he was bidding too high, which, you know, it's not saying it's wrong. What he was bidding was what it should be for the price, but some of the prices on getting that second job of the day now are just getting ridiculous low. So low that you almost do, I think, like James was, almost questioning the job that you take out initially and whether you're actually really getting enough money for it, full stop. And the other thing that he raised, and I've mentioned this, where I feel that once you've been on the circuit a while, that you stop seeing jobs, almost the jobs are being given to the newer drivers to make it feel like the CX is a wonderful thing. And he actually mentioned it from a shipper's point of view, that when he posts jobs on the CX, that yeah, sometimes it's just newer drivers that he sees quoting, and some of the guys and girls that have been on there a long time are not. But eventually, if he reposts it or leaves it for quite a while, then those drivers start to appear. So it was a very interesting comment, I thought, anyway, to sort of back up what I feel. But anyway, yeah, give it a watch and see what you think. Nothing else much to report at all. Right, on to today. I managed to win a job yesterday afternoon for this morning. It was an 8 o'clock collection from Manningtree, which is about 20 minutes or so from where I am. Small van job, 82 miles going to Maidstone, the outskirts of Maidstone, in the country a little bit to the southeast of it. Say 82 miles. I quoted £100 and I got that. I thought it's once the details come through, I knew the pickup and felt it was going to be quite a nice straightforward job. Got there, they did say in the notes that it wouldn't be available until 8 o'clock because the goods I need are in the office, and whilst the warehouse staff will be in, the office staff weren't, so I didn't rush to get there. Got there at 7:45. Yes, the office staff weren't in, but a guy did turn up just about 5 to 8, and I was off site at 8 o'clock on the dots, so that was all good. Nice straightforward run down to Maidstone. Got there for 9:55 and I'm off site at 10:05. Then the normal looking for a second job, and again, as per normal, there was a couple of things closest in Maidstone, which I put prices on but didn't get, and then everything else seemed to be that 30 minutes away. Now I had a slight thing this week. I've been trying to get into London. It's not really where I want to go, but it's my wife's birthday next week and I need to pick up a couple of presents, and I can only get them in London. So I've been trying to get into London, but I didn't want to do it on the super cheap, but I've got to a stage now where it's got to be today, so I had to take something to get me into London. I found a job from Ashford. That was about 30 minutes away. 2 drops, one in Southwest 1 Victoria, and the other one in North 1, just the north side of King's Cross station. Small van job. It was just 2 boxes, 1 box for each of bits and pieces. I didn't keep a note of the mileage, but a rough guess, it's probably about 70, not even that, 65 miles total. I put a price of £120 on it. I've got to pay the congestion charge, so realistically it's just over 100. But I thought that was a decent price, and more than anything, it was for my own benefit. I needed to get into London, so I've done those deliveries now. It's 3 o'clock, or just coming to 3 o'clock, and I can now pop into the West End and go to the 2 places I wanted, or I need to go to. I actually could have done this in between the deliveries, but the customer I'm working for is very hot on tracking you, and they do ring up and ask whereabouts you are and ETAs, so I didn't want to stop for 20 minutes between deliveries, so I've got the delivery done, and now going to do my bits and pieces. So 2 jobs, one at 100 and one at 220, obviously less the congestion charge, but so let's call that 100. So there's £200. I'm happy with that. That's okay. I'm in London. It's going to be a bit of a journey home, but because of timing, actually I'm going to go and pick the wife up in Canary Wharf where she works, and she can come home with me today rather than me battling the traffic and trying to get back to Colchester station before she does. So it's all going to work out very good. Next week I'm not here. We're off next week. We're on holiday next week. It's the wife's birthday. We're having a week off, so nothing next week at all. I'm parking the van up, and I will be back on, what will that be now? That will be what, the 18th, Monday the 18th of May. So hope you've been busy today. I hope you have a good weekend and a successful week next week. I will recharge the batteries and I will return fully fit, hopefully, fully refreshed and ready to go and take some money. So anyway, have a lovely weekend. Take care. We'll speak soon. All the best. Cheers. Paul.